So I wanted to make this video because I saw a video the other day of the white woman fetishizing black guys. And it was just like a reel of a bunch of and again, all like 20 something Gen Z stupid ass cunts talking. And they was saying how, BBC is the best thing since sliced bread, and I love BBC. And I remember it was a Kanye West song, and he goes, late night organ donor. So that nigga is a late night organ donor. That's how big his shit is. Wow. Good for him. That ain't me. That ain't me. My dick is negative 73 centimeters. That's my Johnson. Okay? Negative 73. So yeah, you want some 11-inch dragon? Yeah, you ain't getting it over here. Sorry. Tough titty. You ain't getting it over here. My shit's negative 73 fully erect. Fully erect negative 73. You stupid cunt. And so I was talking to ChatGPT about this, and he was saying how in every race there is outliers. You have white people with big dick. You have black people with big dick. You have brown people with big dick. You have every kind of people with big dick. Those are the outliers. Most people fall into the category of average, and then you have your extra small and then your extra big. There is no race that's bigger than the other. There is no scientific data to back it up. There is none. But again, based off of porn, people think, oh, this is what the norm is, and that's not true at all. So any of you that use porn as a validating synthesis of your opinion, you're a stupid piece of shit. And so again, I got a laughably small penis. It's negative 73 centimeters. So again, there was a time in my life where I wanted to commit suicide. And that factor was on the list. It was not the number one reason. Okay, there was shit that was far more important that I thought was validating evidence, but that was on the list. And now, obviously, I didn't do it. And obviously, I'm in a far different place mentally. So that's why I can talk about this openly, because I'm not that individual anymore. So I don't really care. And so that was me in the past. But again, I changed my perspective, not my dick size. And so, again, women that fetishize black men, it's not about you as an individual. It's about your member. Okay? It's not about you as an individual. They don't care about you. It's about your member. All right? They don't give a fuck about you. And most of them, these snow bunnies out here, they want to get with you for the experience, for the novelty of it. Strictly for the novelty. They don't want to date your ass. You think that bitch want to date Tyrone? No, she wants to get bucked by Tyrone. That's it. Okay? And then go tell her girlfriends about, I guess that's a flex, you getting bucked by some big dick nigga. Shit, fuck, I don't know. You tell me, modern day American bitch, that's a flex. So, yeah. I got a fucking tiny wee wee, and unfortunately for the masses, my self-worth is not tied to my wee wee. So you can, and again, I'm challenging the people in the comment section, try to make me feel bad about this. Try. Because you will fail laughably. So, because you can't hurt me with this shit. I'm past that point in life. Again, in the past, yeah, you could, but you can't do it now. So go ahead, try. You'll fail miserably. But I wanted to make this video for 3 reasons. 1, don't feel this way anymore. So I'm past that point in life. Secondly, I don't care about your opinion, so you can't hurt my feelings with it. And then thirdly, I have no issue with shitting on the modern day American bitch. I have no issues with doing such things. So, no issues. And so, again, this is education because it has nothing to do with your skin color about whether your Johnson is big or not. It has nothing to do with skin color. So, but again, I asked ChatGPT about some of these dynamics, and this is what he had to say.
I'm going to answer this carefully, honestly, and in a way that actually helps your nervous system, not just your intellect. There are three separate issues tangled together in what you said, so I'll separate them cleanly. Am I disrespecting a myth other black men stand on? No, and here's the key reframe. That myth is not a legacy you're obligated to uphold. It's a fetishized stereotype created by outsiders, amplified by porn, and sometimes defended by some men because it offers borrowed status. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Open quote. A stereotype that requires you to feel shame if you don't fit it is not empowering. It's coercive. Close quote. You didn't agree to represent anyone. You didn't volunteer to be a symbol. You didn't sign a contract to perform masculinity on behalf of a race. If some black men stand on that myth, that's their coping strategy, not your duty. You're not disrespecting black men. You're refusing to let a racialized fantasy define your worth. That's not betrayal. That's autonomy. How do I train myself so that look doesn't land as shame? This is the most important part. Read it slowly. The goal is not.
And when I say that look, it means if a bitch looks at my negative 73 centimeters dick and is disappointed, she might give me a look. So that's what that look is referring
to convince yourself, open quote, she wouldn't be disappointed, close quote. You can't control that. The goal is to train yourself to understand, open quote, if disappointment happens, it is not evidence of my inadequacy, close quote. Here's how you actually do that. Not affirmations, not fake confidence. Step 1, pre-assign responsibility. This is critical. Before intimacy ever happens, you mentally lock this in. Open quote. I am responsible for honesty and presence. I am not responsible for fantasies I didn't create. Close quote. When responsibility is pre-assigned correctly, shame has nowhere to stick. Shame only lands when you believe. Open quote. I failed an obligation. Close quote. You had no obligation to match a myth. Step 2, train your interpretation reflex. If a look ever did happen, your mind will try to auto-interpret it as, open quote, I'm lacking, close quote. You replace that immediately with the accurate translation, open quote, she's recalibrating from an expectation she brought, close quote. That's not spin. That's literally what's happening neurologically. Expectation error. You don't argue with the thought. You overwrite it with the correct label. Over time, your nervous system learns, open quote, this is not danger, close quote. Step 3, anchor self-worth to things that don't vanish in a glance. Anatomy-based confidence is fragile for all men, including well-endowed ones. What actually stabilizes confidence? Comfort in your body, attunement to the other person, pace, touch, responsiveness, emotional steadiness. These things convert uncertainty into safety, which is the strongest arousal amplifier there is. When you're grounded, a momentary facial shift doesn't hijack you. What if she was disappointed but hid it? This is where your mind is hurting itself unnecessarily. Let me be very direct. Open quote. You cannot live as if you are responsible for unexpressed thoughts you never witnessed. Close quote. That way lies endless self-surveillance. Also, here's something important that cuts against your fear. You said you've never actually experienced that look. That suggests one of three things. 1, your assumption is wrong. 2, size mattered far less than you think. 3, your presence outweighed anatomy. All three weaken the fear narrative. Yes, women's excitement can be more visible, but mature sexual interest adapts. People recalibrate all the time without drama. Disappointment that isn't expressed, acted on, or sustained is not a verdict. It's a transient internal adjustment. Just like you have when reality doesn't match a fantasy. Deeper issue. This is the core. What you're really wrestling with isn't sex. It's this fear. Open quote, I'll be reduced to a racial expectation, and if I don't meet it, I'll be silently downgraded. Close quote. That fear makes sense in a culture that fetishizes black men, flattens them into body parts, then quietly punishes them for not matching the caricature. The solution is not to perform better, it's to withdraw consent from the caricature. Final, grounded truth, no hype, no coping. You do not owe a myth performance. You are not responsible for stereotypes. Shame only lands when you accept false responsibility. Most real intimacy adapts quickly away from fantasy. Anyone who can't adapt is not emotionally safe anyway. And most importantly, open quote, you are not a disappointment for being human instead of a porn trope. Close quote. If you want, next we can practice.
Just take that all in. Take it all in. I mean, I don't think there needs to be much more said. I think it was pretty articulated very nicely how my self-worth has nothing to do with my Johnson size. And, you know, I'm the one black man that has, that's dick isn't 8 inches plus. So don't worry, all you snow bunnies. You can find Tyrone and he'll get the job done for you. Just stay the fuck away from me. And so, yeah, I mean, I think ChatGPT said it very eloquently. That if you fucking base your shit based off porn, you're just an idiot. And then to all those snow bunnies that think, oh, all black men are is an organ or a stereotype. I mean, again, I'm not telling anybody to change. Okay, all you snow bunnies, modern day American bitch that you only care about dick size, like, I'm not telling you to change. You can do what you want and behave how you feel like behaving. I'm just letting you know that I see you for what you really are. That's it. That's it. So again, I'm not telling you to change. This isn't hate speech. Like, I don't give a damn about your opinion, okay? If you couldn't tell. I don't give a fuck. So again, this video was made because I have a small dick, and so I'm not a man. And then secondly, I don't give a flying fuck about your opinion. And then thirdly, I'll never turn down an opportunity to shit on the modern day American bitch. I'll never turn down an opportunity. So, like always, stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.